Hey guys, today we are going to be doing a Valentine's Day tutorial. This is going to be perfect for date night with your significant other, girls' night out, or whatever you are doing for Valentine's Day. Even if you're just simply going to work and you want to dress up, this is what I envision myself wearing on Valentine's Day if I, celebrate or work, or I think I do work. So I will be doing something very similar to this. After I filmed, I did add just a little bit of Nars Blush to my cheeks. I just wanted to add a little bit more color. I wanted to do something traditional in the sense of the colors that I chose. Purples, pinks, those are very Valentine's Day. But I didn't want to do the traditional like pink lips or red lips. I wanted to do a light lavender lip. And I don't normally like purple on the eyes, but I have been wearing purple pretty often this week. So I went a little bit out of my comfort zone, did some purple in the eyes, and I hope you guys like the tutorial. Alright guys, so let's get started. First we're going to prime the face. I'm going to prime my under eyes using my e.l.f. under eye primer and my Pixi Flawless Beauty Primer. Now let's get back to priming the face. Pixi Flawless Beauty Primer, e.l.f. Hydrating Under Eye Primer. I want to try to not take 100 years to do my makeup. I am one of those people who takes an hour, and I just watched Bailey B, and she did her whole face in 5 minutes. Jesus, what is going on today? I swear nobody ever contacts me, calls me. The phone is like a desert. I'm going to turn that off. Back to priming the face. So since this is a Valentine's Day tutorial, I am going to use like my favorite products I know work the best, products I know that I love, and products that, just make me look amazing. To be honest, I don't have a date for Valentine's Day, and I've always loved Valentine's Day. And to be honest, the worst Valentine's Day I've ever had were the ones where I had boyfriends who disappointed me. So I've always liked getting dressed up for Valentine's Day. I always like doing my makeup. I always like, sending little gifts to my friends or family or whoever. And I just like Valentine's Day. I've never been one of those girls who are like, I didn't get a Valentine. Girl, be your own Valentine. You better get your life. But I'm taking my Born This Way foundation in the shade Honey. I'm taking about a half a pump of that. And the L'Oreal Infallible. This is in the shade... Why can't I ever say that word? This is in the shade Sun Beige. And I'm just going to go over just a little bit extra in the spots that I want a little bit more coverage. Since this is supposed to be more of a date night look, you can go just slightly heavier. Just slightly. I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Master Concealer because I'm going for a very flawless skin. I don't know why I was going to say flawless highlight, but I want my skin to look flawless. Oh, and this one is in the shade Medium. And I really love this Nyx sponge. It is now my favorite sponge. It is amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm going to prime the eye using my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I'm going to set my highlighted points using this highlight from the City Color Contour Effects palette. I don't ever really set my under eyes because I look crepey. I just set around to highlight. And I'm going to set my entire face using my MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in the shade Medium Dark. And I'm going to go in with my Lorac, Mega Pro 1 palette. This is just the palette that I'm using for this week. And they do have some really nice colors, but you can substitute anything that I'm using, or use a different tone or shade. I'm first going to go in with the khaki shade here, which is just a matte taupey khaki shade. Then I'm going to take Wisteria, which is this dusty plum shade, and I'm going to put that just on top of it. And be careful with Lorac shadows. They are very soft and are, for me at least, prone to fall out. So I'm just using a smaller brush and putting that right on top. I'm going to take just a slightly more tapered brush and I'm going to go in with the shade Dusty Plum. The good thing about Lorac shadows is they're not too inventive. They kind of just tell you what the shade is, which does make it easy to dupe or find alternatives. If you don't have this palette, you just know to look for a Dusty Plum shade. Wisteria is a little bit harder. It's like a cross between a Dusty Plum and a Lilac. And I'm just focusing that first on the outer part of the eye and then bringing it all the way in with what is left on the brush. Next I'm going to go in with an even smaller blending brush, and I'm going to go in the shade Mulberry, which is like a maroony red shade, and I'm going to concentrate that on the very outer edge of the eye. Now you can stop there, do some wing liner, but I am going to add a lid shade, but it would be pretty with just wing liner on top of this. I'm going to go in with the Merlot shade and I'm going to apply that to my lid, which is like a cranberry Merlot shade. And I'm going to take the shade White and mix it with mostly cream. And I'm going to use that as my highlight shade. So now I'm going to go in with some winged liner. I feel like one of these days I'm going to get my winged eyeliner right. And it's going to be the day that I'm just sitting at home doing nothing. But now let's move on to the lower lash line now that we got some kind of wing on. If I can open this palette now. We are going to take, I'm first going to take a little bit of the Mulberry shade. And I'm going to blend it out with Dusty Plum. I'm going to line my waterline with ColourPop's Besto. Now we can continue on with the face. I'm going to go back in with my City Color contour kit. And I'm going to just go all out and really shape the face. I'm going to go in with the dark contour color. And I'm just going to take it on a fluffier style contour brush, and I'm just going to lay this down slightly above the hollows of my cheeks so that when I blend it out, it'll still fall into that hollow. Then I'm going to take the matte bronze shade and I'm going to use that to buff out the contour. Every so often I keep getting these little patches that won't blend out. And I know it's not the products because it happens with different products, different brushes. But I have this patch right here now. Not cute. Then I'm going to take a little bit of translucent loose powder. This is just an older one from Sephora. I don't even think that they make it anymore. And I'm just going to clean up that contour line just a little bit. Let that set for a second, and then I'm just going to take just a little bit of that bronze shade, just very subtly, and contour the nose. And I'm going to blend that out in just a second. But right now we're going to go in with my favorite part, highlighting. What highlighter do I want to use? Which one? I haven't used this one in a while. I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown. I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown pink highlighter. This one has a lavendery tint to it, but it is very similar to the first two shades of the custom bronzer Miami strip stuff from Physicians Formula. I'm just going to mix all the colors together with my Realtek Nyx brush, and I'm going to pass that on the tops of the cheeks. Then I'm going to go in with my Ambient lighting powder, and I'm going to go in with the end shade, which I believe is Radiant Light. Yes. And I'm going to go and buff out that contour, buff out that slight bake, buff out the edges of that highlighter. I'm just going to make sure everything on the face is really seamless. Moving on to the eyebrows, I'm going to shape them with the Brunette eyebrow pencil from NYX, and then I'm going to fill them in using Brown Script from MAC, just because my hair is so red. I want to bring in some more reddish brown tones to the brows. Me and my brows lately are like, I don't know, we are not getting along. It's like we're married. I love them. We're like soulmates, but we're just not seeing eye to eye. Oh, we might have to go to couples counseling to make sure that we work out. But it's just gonna have to work for now. And when I set them using my L'Oreal Brow Plump Stylist something, Brow Plumper Stylist. I don't know why they call it a brow plumper, because it does not plump your brows, it just sets them. Now I'm going to apply some falsies. I'm going to try these Wicked lashes from NYX. These are in the not shade. These are in the style 12, which is Vixen. I've never tried NYX lashes before, but we don't see. I don't really wear lashes enough though to have a huge like recommendations or requirements. So these should work out fine. I normally get my lashes from Shop Miss A, or I get the Ardell Demi 120s. So we'll see. That's what these ones look like. Ooh. I could have trimmed these lashes, but I think they're fine. They are tickling me just a little bit in the inner corner. And to spray some of this Pixi Glow Mist. I'm going to quickly do the lips because I'm starving and I need to leave for work soon. This is the shade Jewel in the NYX Retractable Lip Liner. Not my favorite. Now you can go 100 different ways with lips. I'm going to go with the 665 Lust for Blush in my Maybelline Matte, because I know how these work. I like the formula. They are not transfer resistant, but they give a nice matte look without having like crusty mouth look. They still leave your lips looking supple and plush. And the center, excuse me, because we are going to go all out, I'm just going to put a little bit of 682 Blushing Pout in the center of the mouth. Well guys, I guess I'm losing my voice. Well guys, that concludes my Valentine's Day tutorial. I hope you guys have a really good Valentine's Day. Don't stress about whether or not you're spending it with a guy or a girl or someone that you like. Life is too long to be unhappy, so don't stress yourself about the small stuff. Just go out and enjoy yourself, get dressed up, make yourself feel pretty, and have fun. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.